And we are right back with My Hero Academia Vigilantes Episode 9, Mom Descends. As Koichi hinted towards, Mom pays us a visit. Koichi wanted to find somebody as quick as possible to become his girlfriend, just to put on the ruse for her. So, Makoto to the rescue. When Makoto walks in, Mom is swayed by her just like everyone else who sees her, and to which Koichi thanks her. But Mom sees through the ruse, saying that Koichi couldn't possibly have gotten somebody on Makoto's level. Definitely not so soon. And here's where we get Mom's quirk, fly swatter. It looks like Mom can use some type of telekinesis to project her moves. So we see her swatting at the air and actually swatting Koichi for lying to her. I could see Koichi's slide and glide quirk being partially derived from her. Mom's mad that we lied, and she threatens to take Koichi out of school, seeing as that she can't trust us now. You know, overbearing Mom, she doesn't know what type of influences he has. I mean, considering Knuckle Duster, she's not really wrong. But Makoto's sly though, she tells Mom that she's actually been watching over him and not to count them out for the future. Ooh, we're gonna pay for this. Mom doesn't care for Makoto's game, but she likes her attitude and asks her to be her daughter-in-law for real. Koichi, from one controller to another, I think Makoto might be off the list, bro. We get a knock at the door and Pop has shown up to pose as Koichi's girlfriend as well. She reads the room quickly and tries to run away, but Koichi stops her and tells her, hey, maybe this can work. Maybe we could at least show Mom that we're popular. So Mom meets Kazuho Hanayama. Pop step. This is also Koichi's first time hearing her legal name. That's a problem as she's been invading our privacy for the past few months or so. Then Knuckle Duster walks in looking more dressed up than normal. Mom and Makoto swoon as a random chiseled man walks in. He's actually very formal this time and gives Mom his business card with 2 hands. And we get Knuckle Duster's legal name for the first time. Takashi Kuroiwa. Apparently he's a civil assistant and he helps the government in neighborhoods like East Narahata. They specialize in neighborhood patrols and community cleanups. He even says that Koichi and Kazuho help him as well. Did he just slick tell Mom that we were vigilantes and we clean up the neighborhoods with him? Because he's not wrong. But is he getting paid for it? Mom believes it, as she's also known Koichi to help pick up trash in the neighborhoods and poke his nose in the problems that he doesn't belong in. Kuroiwa says that Koichi lets them use his place as a meeting area, and it's a good spot for them to practice self-defense. Makoto taking the opportunity to pry and seeing as she's slightly attracted to Kuroiwa. As you don't do any of the physical work like policeman work, hero work. Of course she went there, she Nancy Drew. Mom interrupts and says, of course not. Why would anyone want to constantly give themselves to others and neglect their family? She says that even Koichi would get hurt as he would butt his nose into things that he didn't belong in growing up. Mostly protecting kids from getting bullied and then getting bullied himself. She even says that he wasted his time going to Tokyo for the entrance exam, seeing as he was late falling into a river. She says that Koichi and heroes are just reckless, and then Pop gets angry and goes off for just a second. Mom gets angry back and then tells Pop, no, speak your mind. Embarrassed that she spoke out so brazenly, Pop leaves. Then Mom gets mad at Koichi and sends him after Pop to fix her mess. Koichi doesn't even know what to say to her, but Makoto just tells him maybe just compliment her. She got all dressed up for you. Koichi catches up to Pop in the stairwell and she's about to fall, but he catches her. They stammer awkwardly as they're too much for each other, of course. But he's able to tell her that he's appreciative that she showed up and how beautiful she's dressed. We cut to next day. Koichi's out with Mom and Makoto sightseeing and shopping. They notice Koichi being distant and seemingly happy-go-lucky. When Makoto asks him what his deal is, he says, I'm just being calm and waiting for the storm to pass. A teaching from Dad. On how to deal with Mom. We gotta get to the next stop, so Koichi, Mom, and Makoto get on a bus. But before that, Koichi snags a new All Might hoodie for the collection, which Mom was also slightly controlling about. On the bus, we see a cat drop from one of the stoplights onto the bus, and it's rocking one of Honey's trigger bees on its back. Yeah, this is the cat that we've been seeing with Honey. And it's a quirk user. Its quirk is Monster Cat. It fuses with the bus and starts going crazy, with Koichi, Makoto, and Mom on it. The driver isn't able to work any of the controls. They fly through stop signs and crossings and almost hit kids. And we see Knuckle Duster on a building near with binoculars able to see the whole thing go on. He sees the bus going out of control and decides to leave it up to the heroes. But then he also sees Koichi and Makoto in the window. He decides to give Pop a call for help. They arrive en route to the bus and formulate a plan, with packing tape and a duster. Here we go. Broke Bruce Wayne. Then we get the pro hero, Ingenium, on the scene. He's able to catch up to the bus really quick, but when he gets on, him and Koichi immediately see each other and they have to pretend not to recognize each other. for identity protection. Flashback to Pop and Knuckle Duster. They've got a pole from an advertisement and taped that duster to it to make a cat toy to lure Monster Cat toward them. It is now on an expressway headed for the collapsed overpass that Godzilla X villain did last episode. We then have Team E.10's carrier pull up on the expressway next to Monster Cat and start transferring passengers to safety. Enigma from the team is big enough to transfer 2 people at once. Seeing that Monster Cat is stable enough for us to handle him, Honey activates that trigger bee and makes him rage out again, causing most of us to crash. As Monster Cat lashes out, the last 3 passengers begin to fall, and Ingenium hits his thrusters and saves 2, leaving Makoto trapped on the bus. Koichi was being held by Enigma, who fell off onto the road. As quick as they can, they try to recover and get back chasing Monster Cat, but Ingenium is out of fuel. Koichi in hero mode dons the new All Might hoodie, and the crawler jumps into action. Man, Makoto is in danger. You know he's about to go hard. Before he takes off, he gets a few fly swats from Mom telling him to stay in his place, and that's when Koichi tells her this is his place. He's the hero. He's been doing this whether she's known about it or not. He can't just let others handle problems. He's got to do something. Koichi jets off and catches up with Ingenium to give him some fuel and be his backup. As he leaves, Knuckle Duster and Pop makes it to Mom. To protect Crawler, Ingenium says that he'll only report that a citizen helped him. He tells him to keep his distance and help as little as needed, and they jet off to Monster Cat. They give us a high-speed, high-mobility fight. Koichi goes to distract Monster Cat, but it almost pounces on him, and then Ingenium has to high-speed burst and give him a reciprocal kick. This where Lil Bro got it from. That reciprocal burst burned Ingenium out, and we're only 200 meters from the collapsed overpass. Then Crawler boosts faster than ever and catches up to the bus and greets Makoto with the "I am here, don't worry." And she just got proof that Koichi was Crawler. A few seconds later, we see Ingenium pull a Sonic the Hedgehog. This man leans down close to the ground and everything, but it's to be more aerodynamic. We get science. This is called hyper-acceleration rocket charge. As the bus falls into the collapsed overpass, Ingenium yells to Crawler, "Jump!" And he hits super speed and jumps over the overpass. All Crawler has to do is boost up the side of the bus and catch up to him. But he falls just short. Crawler and Makoto fall, but Crawler doesn't give up. He grabs Makoto in his hands, and his quirk activates on just his feet, and Koichi flies. Then we flash over to Mom saying that Koichi was able to fly as a baby. She was always afraid that he would fly away from her, so she used her quirk to keep him down. Subconsciously, he suppressed his own power. Hey, this like Kenny and Unohana. You get the concept. Mom's learned the hard way that Koichi's meant to fly. Crawler and Makoto make the jump back to the overpass, and she's able to be handed off to Ingenium as Crawler crashes, just like his master. It's been hard not to spoil this for y'all. Slide and Glide isn't what we thought, huh? It's way more. This really is a very versatile power. Y'all stay locked in. This is only a 13-episode season, I think. All's well that ends well. Back at the house later that night, Mom is getting ready to leave early. But before she goes, she starts pulling her usual. She asks Makoto to seriously marry Koichi again. And after today, Makoto tells her it's definitely not a no. That's just sauce from saving her. Also, when he saved her on the bus, she got a real answer to who's the Crawler. Nancy Drew gonna be butting in a lot. We end this episode with the next day Koichi undergoing new training. He's starting to feel what it's like to really push his quirk. So he's trying to fly again. He can only get about 30 centimeters up. Pop says that if he can get at least 50, he can jump over small obstacles. But at least he's got a goal in mind. He tells Pop that he was flying, but she doesn't believe him. He finds it hard to believe now. He's like, maybe it was the hoodie, which is damaged now. But once again, sorry guys. This is the second time that I've had to record this. My software crashed on me. There's nothing I could do. It was the software I'd use to add the music and add the extra visuals and stuff in here. We'll do better, I promise. But Asa's Black Forum. We'll see you guys later. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. We'll be at Fan Expo in Denver. If you're around, show up, come have some fun.